contact with the West slims down until the colonial period, when we see St. Francis Xavier traveling to Japan, for example, and he asks, "What are those monks thinking about?" And in whimsical Zen style, Buddhist abbot Nunzio said, "Some think of pastimes, others how much they took from the faithful, others how they could do better at another monastery. They are thinking of nothing that makes sense." So this is the kind of joking disregard for appropriateness and formality that we see in the Zen tradition as St. Francis meets with practitioners of the Japanese tantric school, Shingon, with their idea of Mahavairochana, the great illumination that pervades all reality. They could see perhaps that the Christian God through Christ was an esoteric or an imaginary deity of tantric tradition. But the idea of dying on a cross to save other people violates every Buddhist idea from among all the three major revolutions of doctrine. And subsequently, the Japanese will ban this cult. It will go underground, only to re-emerge in the World War II period. Then Dominican missionary Father Alexander pens his own description of nirvana based on his travels in China. For him, Buddhism is unalloyed atheism. The void, which they consider to be the principle of all things, is, they say, completely perfect and tranquil, without beginning or end, unmoving, without knowledge, without desire, reducing everything to a confused void with a simple nothing as its beginning and end, and considers that perfection consists in perfect indifference, apathy, and undisturbed quietude. So the Catholic missionaries declared Buddhism anathema. It violated all Catholic teachings. King Louis XIV sent an envoy to Siam, modern-day Thailand, and he too describes the salvation state of the Buddhists. Nireopan, nirvana, is not a place, but a way of being. Nirupan, they say this soul has disappeared. It will not return again to any world. And it is this word that the Portuguese have translated as follows: it is annihilated. It has become God. Even though, according to the Siamese, it is neither annihilation nor divinization. And in the later colonial period, we'll see Protestants getting in on this action. I might suggest the Protestants were considerably friendlier towards Buddhism, perhaps the individualism of the two traditions, the rejection of religious authorities apart from the individual might be some reasons. But he declares Zazen is a profound meditation of the divine, mysterious, and holy things. They take up a man's mind, his body lies destitute of all sense and life, unmoved by any external object whatsoever. So the missionaries in the colonial period were not impressed by Buddhism, but as the centuries wear on, we'll find some majorly influential Western thinkers embracing Buddhist thinking explicitly.